Bruce Reimer here, Chiro Wealth Learning System. I want to give you a little background on myself and how it is I came to be the person that I am. When I was 6 years old, my father purchased a Charles Atlas course for me. I was always so impressed with my dad's big bicep that I said, "Dad, I want to have a big bicep like yours, and what can I do?" And I gave him the back of the comic book that had the picture of Charles Atlas on it. And it showed a big guy kicking sand in the face of a little guy. And I said, "Daddy, I want to be big like this guy and be strong like this guy. What can I do?" My dad says, "Okay, I'll get you the course." So my dad got me the Charles Atlas course when I was 6 years old, and I got the course, and my dad was always on the road, and he was never able to show me how to do it, but I learned a few things on it. But that little story, or that little had such an impression on me that later in life I still wanted to be a strong person, and I looked to weightlifting to be able to accomplish that for myself. And in 1971 I met Ken Patera, and Ken Patera at that particular time, he was the strongest man in the world. He was the first man to ever lift 500 pounds overhead. So whether it was destiny or divine providence or just the law of attraction, I met Ken Patera. And Ken Patera and I became close friends, and we became training partners. And we trained for the Olympic trials in 1972, and then to go to the Olympics in that same year in Munich, Germany. Well, I never made it to the Olympics, but I made it to the Olympic trials. And I did that in less than a year and a half. I went from 175 pounds all the way to 242 pounds and entered the Olympic trials as a 242-pound weightlifter. And that came as a result of all the things that I had learned when I was younger. And the dynamics of goal setting was the key. And I learned that from an individual. His name was Paul Meyer. Paul Meyer had founded a company called Success Motivation Institute. And he had sold more self-improvement programs than any other person in history. Over $2 billion, that's with a B, $1 billion worth of programs. He called them the dynamics of goal setting. So Paul said, in one of his favorite quotes was, a quote from Paul Meyer was, "Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon will inevitably come to pass." Now, I really believed that. Obviously really believed that, because I went from 175 pounds to 242 pounds in less than a year and was able to qualify for the Olympic trials in 1972 and win every contest that I entered during that year in the 242-pound weight class. Now, that just means that if I can do that, just about anybody can do that if you can internalize that idea. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon will inevitably come to pass. Now, that's part of the Chiro Wealth Learning System's DNA process. So every chiropractor that comes in to use our system learns to be a student of goal setting, a practitioner of goal setting, develop a goal setting consciousness and a goal setting awareness. And this is really the key to being able to accomplish what it is you want. So don't be concerned with not having enough patients today. Don't be concerned with not having enough cash flow today. All of that will become available and evident to you as you move through the system.